Now I'm going to be trying to survive the night with this $30 survival kit. And that there is my lure. So I just got this little jorgie. I went through it today. It's supposed to come with a knife, which someone had already gone through it. So I ended up buying this $1 knife. It was the cheapest knife I could find. So it's probably equivalent to the knife that was going to be in here. And I'm going to be trying to survive from this river overnight. Now there's a couple other things I brought. I brought a gas cooker because it's a fire ban on now. We can't have fires here. And a little bit of water. Well, I'm going to set up here just behind me. I just got a little tent, sleeping bag and a little white mattress, and then I've got a little bit of gear. Got a little gas cooker because it's fire season. In this kit, there's a few things, bit of wire, snare wire, some wire that you're supposed to be able to cut stuff with, a bit of cotton with a needle, but hopefully I can maybe use that for some fishing. So that is some snare wire, pencil, a flint that's already been used, I'm assuming by the person who grabbed the knife. And then I've got a bit of fishing gear here, hooks, sinkers, swivel. So first things first, I think I'm going to try make a fishing lure on these hooks. They're pretty small hooks. I don't know how strong this line is, so let's go make a fishing lure so I can try and catch some fish. So I'm just going to try and find some supplies. Hopefully I can make a fishing lure out of. Ideally, I'd want to get like a bird feather or something. And then I'll try to fish all these sections through here. There are some rabbit holes here. They don't look very fresh. If I was desperate, make some snare wire and put it over there, but they don't look very fresh because you can see all these leaves. All those leaves are sitting in the entrance. Whereas if the rabbits were coming through, you wouldn't have any leaves. I've got some feather here. It's only a little one. I've got one duck feather there. I just need to find a heap more. So there's 2 duck feathers. Oh, yep, there's another one. I've got 3 feathers here. I just need to bulk it up a bit. I'm just going to bulk it up with something like this. I don't know if the fish will like the smell. I'm not going to use all the line just in case it gets snapped off or snagged or something, but I'll have to use a fair bit of it. So I've got that hook tied on with a fair bit of line. I've got a sinker here that I'm going to use. Might just try and use the feathers first, seeing as it's only a small hook. I'm just going to wrap it round and around as if it's a fly lure. Tying it off now. And that there is my lure. So got a little bit of weight on the top and then the duck feathers, and then I just wrap that cotton all the way around and around and around. So yeah, hopefully that hook's exposed enough and then I can get something. So I'm going to go try and find a stick so I can tie all this line on, and then let's get fishing. Got my fishing rod, just a big long pole. So I'm just going to tie on fishing line to my fishing rod. There you have it. One lure, fishing rod. So annoying. There was one fish right there. It wasn't very big, but I sort of put the lure right in front of its mouth and then it just shot off. So yeah, might be a bit harder than I thought, but we'll see how we go. That one's tiny. Still caught one. That one's a little tiny one. Matches the lure. That's a tiny little redfin. It's not really good at all, is it? At least I know the lure works, so I'm gonna cast back in there again. Try and get another one. Alright, got the stick in there. Throw that in. So I'm hoping I can get a marron up in here. Then I can put some snare wire on the stick and then hopefully snare it. I'm going to attach this to it as well, just to give it a bit more size to it. And I might wrap this in it as well, give it a bit of colour. So there's a marron on the redfin that I caught earlier that I just put out on a little bit of fishing line. So I'm going to tie this up and hopefully I can get it. So I'm just going to cut it somewhere here with the knife. Then I'm going to make a loop like so and then wrap that around and around and around. So the idea is that loop, put it behind the marron, pull, tightens. So hopefully I can get this to work. There's good marron on this. Hopefully doesn't get scared by the light. Yes. Yes. It's obviously pretty dark, but here's a marron. I've caught it just now. Luckily, you know, obviously I had the light, which wouldn't be normal with this survival trip, but this was the one I'm pretty sure that was on the bait before. So yeah, just had to get that snare line behind it. This one's going to be tea for me tonight. So got some gnarly claws on it, you know. Ooh, pincher. So you got to be careful about them. That's why, you know, they can actually go back a fair way. So if you hold them behind the two claws like that, and then, you know, they can't get you, so you just sort of push them forwards. Nice big claws on it. But yeah, I'm just going to put this one out of its misery. So I'm going to cook in this spot here. Nice sandy area, green grass all around me, so nothing's going to catch on fire. So I just brought this as well, just because, you know, you got the flint, but flint's not really something you want to be doing when you've got a little bit of dead grass around here. A bit of green grass all through here is fine, but yeah, it's not worth it. So I'm just going to boil water here and then we'll get the marron. So I'm going to eat this marron now, and then that's probably me for the night until the morning. So I've just got to clean out all that. once you get it out of the shell, yeah, you just got to clean this out. So you just got to get rid of all that poo line. Then ideally, you'd give it a rinse. I've got a little bit of water here, which I'll probably do. I thought about giving it a wash, but it's not too bad. So, yeah, let's try it. Marron's tasty. So I'm going to enjoy this, and yeah, then head on to bed. You got the claws and all the legs in there, so I'm going to enjoy this, and then see you in the morning. Good morning. So I'm just going to grab the redfin that I caught yesterday that caught the marron last night, that I'm going to move it to another spot so I can have it sitting in ready for another marron, hopefully for breakfast. And then I'm going to try and target a few more spots with this lure, and hopefully I can get a good sized redfin with the lure that I made. Otherwise I may have to make a few modifications to get this lure actually catching some fish. So yeah, we'll move this redfin and then I'll just chill around for a bit. It has been quite hard going at the moment, so yeah, I haven't caught a redfin since that tiny little one. That sort of saved me. So yeah, without that redfin I wouldn't have caught the marron last night, I don't think. And then yeah, hopefully I can get a marron off it now. And in the meantime, I'm just going to go pack up the tent, and yeah, then I'll just sort of sit and wait. So what I'm looking for here is some nice rocks that are easy to lift up, and then ones that are sitting in the water. So yeah, these ones are sort of perfect. I'm going to try to lift this one up and then see if I can find a little julgi. So I'm going to try to lift up this one slowly. So you got tiny little ones like that. So I just got this little julgi. It's like the small marron. He's a perfect bait if you are desperate, but I don't really want to use it because I'm not desperate. So yeah, there's quite a few around. It's just they are quite hard to get. And yeah, I'm gonna let this one go. Still alive. Just give me a little pinch. Yeah, I'll just let it go back under one of these rocks and you'll see it shoot right off. So look at there, it's going off now and it's gone. It's just cruising, finding a rock, and yeah, straight under. Now, could I actually survive with this? Well, I used a tent, sleeping bag and a mattress. Also used a head torch to help get that marron. If the light stayed a little bit lighter for say another 30 minutes, then I reckon I would have caught that marron earlier. But you know, it is a good little piece of kit. I would recommend making sure everything's in it, otherwise you might not have a knife like I found out. Yeah, it's a good bit of kit, good for a bit of a muck around fun, and you know, if you had a grab bag, it'd be pretty handy just to stock into this. So this cost me $30 from Anaconda. I would recommend you checking if you've got a knife or all the rest of the equipment in there, otherwise you may be stuck and stranded without the right equipment. So yeah, hopefully next time I'm good enough to make a few better lures, and if I get stuck, hopefully I've got a bit more food with me. So anyway, thanks for watching.